moral issues, some of the moral issues, you know, involved in everything. You know, some people are obviously going to take a look at the movie and say, you know, there's that one tomahawk scene where in front of the kids, you know, kids are killing adults and all that kind of stuff. You know, some people, I personally don't see any problem with that because it's wartime and it's justified perfectly. But what's your view on that? And because people are going to say, you know, this is teaching kids to kill like this, or, you know, savagery in front of, you know.
Well, then they're all fucking idiots because they let their kids watch fucking TV, they let their kids play computer games and rip heads off people. I mean, they're hypocrites. They're living amongst it. It's ridiculous. It's like, if they're going to complain about that, let them. Fuck them. Because really, the world's so full of fucking shit and chaos right now, it's not funny. You put on the TV, I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV for fucking years. I don't have one. I have one only for movies. I have a DVD and a video player. I don't hook it up to fucking cable, nothing. It's trash. And if they think that's trash, well, fuck. There's something wrong, you know. The computer games and all that shit, that's ridiculous. I mean, they don't have to worry about this. They got to worry about that shit, that electronic nanny that they sit their kids down in front of so they don't have to worry about their kids. They don't have to, like, create shit for them to do and let them use their imagination and go, hey, go outside and run around in the garden. No, stick them in front of you, you don't have to worry about them. They can go fuck off and talk to their friends. You know, fuck them.
Right.
You know, it's like, we're not teaching kids to do that. We're telling a story, that's all.
Okay, I'm just anticipating some people are going to.
Oh, they will. God, yeah, they will. Yeah.
It's pretty extreme, but it works, you know, certainly in the context of what's going on there.
Yeah, but it also shows, like, the result of that. Like, at that night after that ambush scene, when they're in the bed, you know, and he's putting his kids to sleep.
Right.
They show the result of that. When Trevor Morgan's character, you know, sits up and says, I'm glad I killed them. Mm-hmm. And you see it in Mel's face. He's like, doesn't know what to say. He like knows he's created that in him. He knows he's sparked that off in him, and that killed him. And then when he goes to his other son, and his other son can't look at him because all of a sudden he's seen his dad chopping and hacking this guy to pieces, and he's been shooting people. And so it gives resolve, I guess, to it also in the same means.
Yeah, it does. It does. You know. You know, he says, "I'm glad I killed him." And one of the sons does, you know, and everything like that. But you know,
I mean, it gave the yin and yang to the situation.
Yeah. Well, in those two scenes, you seem to have a really good rapport with Mel Gibson. You have a great chemistry with him and everything, you know.
Yeah.
What was that natural? Was that offset too?
Yeah. He's such a gentleman. He's really easy to get along with. He's a really nice guy. You know, he's straight down the line, and he's, we were like buddies offset. You know, it's not hard to be friends with Mel Gibson because he's such a friendly guy. You know, he's just so easy to get along with, and,
Did you hang out with him? And go out, you know, sort of like...
We did, yeah, we went out.
Where'd you go?
Well, in Charleston, he'd come out with us, you know, like the crew, and Carlton would come out, and, well, we'd have a few drinks. He doesn't drink, so he'd come out at least with us and party a little and dance, and... you know, but genuinely, it was just really nice. It was really surprising.
Now, you're from Perth, right? So he must have been even bigger, or he's probably even bigger in Australia than he is here. I mean... Yeah, but it's the same. He's like, he's big. He's no big. Yeah. He's no good. But of course, yes. You know, had you met him before doing this movie? No. Okay. Were you like a huge fan of his, you know, before? Yeah. Okay. What were the movies that really like impressed you growing up of Mel Gibson's? Living Dangerously, Mad Max, loved Mad Max. Braveheart really, you know, struck something with me. I really loved him there. Most of his work, you know, even his Hammer. It was really good Hammer. Just him in general, I think anything he touches, he brings something to it. Even like Lethal Weapon, like his big action flicks. Yeah. But like, he created those, you know, the only thing, obviously, they would have been supposed, but he brought so much life to those characters, it was funny, like, yeah, and his improvisation, you know, he's number of artists, he don't even speak right now. Yeah, he improvised all through that movie. Like, how many people like him. Yeah. It's very great. It's very helpful. I
I don't know. I just think him in general is such a role model for any Australian because he was kind of the guy who bridged the gap between the two industries. You know?
Gallipoli, wasn't it? That was like his first tour, the kind of crossover.
Yeah, I love Gallipoli.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love that song. It's like, oh god.
So with these movies in your head, you're 21, now, right?
Yeah.
And so, basically with these kinds of influences, you went in to do this movie. And what was it like on the set? In terms of Roland Emmerich and what kind of things? How did he get the performance from you, from Mel Gibson, or from you? You can speak for yourself, I guess. In terms of that. How did he get that? How did he get those performances from you? What kind of things did he tell you on the set?
Roland?
Yeah, Roland Emmerich.
It's general direction, basically. I mean, a lot of it was left up to instincts, of our own. Between the two, Roland and Dean, they're a good pair. They work together.
Right.
And, I guess basically his biggest direction to me was just to relax because when I turned up on set I was nervous. It was the first time I'd worked for a while and it was with Mel Gibson on this big movie and all these added pressures and this huge budget and I'd never worked on anything like that before. So I was tense, I was nervous and
But it doesn't show. It doesn't show at all. I mean,
it only lasted a week. That's
okay. Initially, we're talking initially.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. And then I was put to ease straight away. I mean, especially with Mel, he'd cut that right in half. But Roland and Dean, they're very relaxed. It's a very relaxing set. I mean, for an epic drama of that scale, they kept it so chilled out. It was a breeze, really. It was so much fun. It was light. It was crazy.
I mean,
It was so weird to watch that final colors put together. It was I forgot how so early and dramatic it was, on the epic scale.
Well, how'd you get that part anyway? Because this is like your second American movie. You had done a couple in Australia, a lot of TV and everything, some theater, and then this offer comes through, which is like major star-making kind of stuff. For the 3/4 you're in the film, you're pretty central, and starring opposite Mel Gibson is a big break to have. How'd you get it? What happened? How did you find out that you got the part? And what were the machinations?
Called me up.
Who called you? I'm sorry?
My agent.
Okay.
Said, you got the part. Good. It was...
You auditioned and everything? How'd you get the audition?
Well, they were auditioning a bunch of kids, It was, and I just went in and read. Actually, the first reading I did, it was fucked. I went in there, I had 2 scenes to prepare, and I was halfway through the second scene, and I dropped my head, and I just said, I'm sorry, I'm wasting your time. I'm really embarrassed. God, I'm so sorry. I'm wasting your time,
Really?
I'm sorry. If you want me to come back, I'll come back and do it, but I gotta leave. And I stood up, shook their hands, and walked out with my head down.
Well,
my legs.
It's no way to get the part. I mean, certainly they must have said, well, forget him. And then you came back?
Yeah, they called me back.
They called you back even though you told you told who?
Roland and Dean.
Really? That I can't handle this right now? That you...
Yeah. Because I was doing a lousy reading. I just was not there, and just my morale was down by my feet.
Well, that would have ruled you out. I mean, there's so much competition for. I mean, it seems like that would have ruled you out. Don't you agree?
No.
Okay. All right.
Got the part.
And you got the part anyway, even though that's outrageous. Okay. And were you surprised? What was your first? What was your reaction?
I was relieved.
You were relieved. Okay. And what a story that is. I mean, Mel Gibson. I mean, that's like Tom Cruise. It's like major star. And here you are. You're playing opposite.
Yeah.
Wow. So how did things get going with regard to when did things start and everything like that? The gears started turning in terms of the movie itself. When did what did you do first, and where did the movie start and where did the movie end? Because you died in a way. I bet that was
sequentially.
I'm sorry?
It was shot sequentially.
It really,
Yeah.
in continuity, yeah.
Yeah.
Really.